everything together at the same time. Yeah. Coke fed, press some head, let's get in the car, I said. She grabbed my hand, girls rescue, met the bar, witness said. Tears fled the head, I'm weak, now guess she tweet, I guess she confess, she thinking less, not drinking less. Bathroom sex, best to get spontaneous, I stereotype, put to rest tonight. Imagine, believe, and achieve, it works. Skyline as I rise like fireworks. Smell through the bag, don't touch my perk, nigga, that's work. Hey,
Oh, I cannot believe that word got said on air. I can't believe I said that. Anyway, hey, hello, everybody. Welcome to this edition, the first edition of After the Storm, your Oklahoma City post-game analysis show. Even though this is not postseason, this is preseason. And we are here at one of my favorite locations, getting everything set up here, and it's Cat's Tavern, located 901 64th Street, just north of 63rd, 1st Street North on Classon. So you take Classon off 63rd, you can only go right, which is east, and it's right there. You cannot miss it, one of my favorite places. And, of course, they have $2 beers today or every day at afternoon. And then, of course, for any football games or anything like that, they do have the $2 beers. So for football games and things like that. So if you want to come check it out, if you've been here before, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't been here before, then, hell, you're just missing out. But you got to come check out Cat's Tavern. It's one of my favorite places, and it's a lot of other people's favorite places. Once you come here, you will enjoy yourself. It's a good time and good people. The bartenders are fantastic. In fact, Bernie is here right now, so you should come check her out. And till 7, I believe. Bernie is here till 7. So come check her out. She'd love to be able to help you out and take care of you while you're here at Cats. And then I think Kylie is coming in after her, I do believe. So that's what's coming in. But anyway, they're open Monday through Sunday from noon till 2. Now, when OU has an 11 o'clock game, they do open up early for the 11 o'clock game. So they'll do that. And then, of course, finally joined by my guy Nathan Taylor of Y&B. What's up, homie? Are you there? Nathan, I can't hear you. Are you plugged in? I can see you. I just can't hear you, bro. Are you saying anything? Can you hear me, Nathan? Anyway, that's my guy, Nathan Taylor. I can see him, but he clearly can't see me right now, or can't hear. He can't say anything. I mean, I can see him, but I can't hear him, and I don't think he can hear me right now either. So, because clearly he's not saying anything, and I'm talking to him. But, you know, that's how he treats me. Letting him know that I can't hear him, so we're going to try to get it all worked out. But, of course, this is the first show of the year, so we'll see how everything's going. But I am here on the patio here at Cats, smoking a cigar. Oh, there you are, finally. Where you been, man?
I was having some issues with my headphones. Sorry about that.
So you're having to learn how to do stuff. I thought you were technology aware of everything.
Dude, I still write checks, dude. I don't do technology. So. Okay,
well, I'm just checking because I'm like, what the hell's the deal with you, man? I didn't know what was up, bro.
Well, you know how many problems I had trying to get your thing to work, and you showed me how to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's true.
I mean, I don't do technology, man. I'm sorry. Oh, I just saw this from Drew. Did you see this?
What?
Josh Giddey torn Achilles.
Josh Giddey torn Achilles?
Yep, that's what he said. Let me look on here and see what I can find.
Well, I don't mean it's bad, but I'm glad he's at Chicago with a torn Achilles and not in Oklahoma City.
No,
is that fair?
Same here.
Is that fair?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's fair. I think so, too. But anyway, man, I tell you what. Did you watch the players' press conference at all? I saw where SGA talked a little bit. He was on the press conference today, or with his presser, talking about the Thunder and the additions of Alex Caruso and Isaiah Hartenstein. And I thought it was interesting because he came on and he was talking about, how he has played with him before and how that made a huge addition to that. And I liked that when I saw that. What about you?
Yeah, no, same here. Yeah, I agree, 100%. It's always good to have cohesiveness for sure. I mean, a little bit familiar with each other, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
You know.
And they're
So
both very good players. And remember, everyone, you can go ahead and go to YouTube, search After the Storm. Let's go ahead and promote that while we're at it, since we've got everybody on. Uh, you can go to YouTube, search After the Storm OKC Thunder, and go ahead, like, subscribe, hit notifications, and every time we're on, you can come on, and then we can see what you're writing. And if you want to go ahead and comment or anything, I can see them right here on my YouTube page, and we can comment back and give you a quick answer to what your question is, or what you're trying to ask us, or any what your comment is, because a lot of times, you know, especially at night once the Thunder gets going, you know, Nathan, we have a full view of people coming on, asking questions and making comments. Don't you miss that?
yeah, no, I agree, 100%. Yeah, I want some comments because most of them are pretty good. Some of them are kind of we have to shake our head at. But,
Well, we usually only have one or two idiots, and they come on one time, and then we never hear from them again.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
what the hell are you talking about? And they don't get blown up by me and you. They get blown up by other people in the chat, going, "What is this person talking about? You're an idiot."
Hey, one quote I want to throw out there actually that I just saw from Casey Wallace from BG Days. Casey Wallace said, last year, my first year, I was out practicing and Shea was pushing me around a little bit, and he said I went out and put on some weight. He said, "I promise you that ain't going to happen this year."
Love the trash talking. I love the trash talk. And everybody forgets Kaysen was the player of the year there in Texas too before he went to Kentucky.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
He and what's your guy's name that beat us last year for the Mavericks? They were both players of the year, and he was from
what's his name?
I think he was from he was from Frisco. Yeah, he was Frisco or Richardson or whatever. He was killing us from the threes. But like I said, I do like the fact we're talking trash. But I think it's interesting also that that SGA got picked by the executives to be the MVP this year. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think it just goes to show what we already know, right? I mean,
yes.
He better been picked by his executive. That's all I got to say.
Well, I'm sure he did. I mean, I would think. I mean, why? I mean, even though he wants him to be a two-way player.
Yeah, he's not a very good two-way player. We need to figure that out too.
But SGA didn't address that, so I'm sure that's the thing about Oklahoma media. If you're in Philadelphia, or if you're in LA, or you're in New York, and your coach says something about that, I promise you the media is going to ask him about that. But not Oklahoma.
Yeah, they're not going to get away with anything. It was just like OU. I mean, or I'm sorry, not OU. When Russ was here, Russ and Kevin were here. They didn't get drilled on too much because it's Oklahoma City. And when they get into other markets, everybody. You remember when he was in D.C., when Russ was in D.C. and L.A. and all the crap he was getting at the press conferences?
Oh, they were brutalizing him because they didn't like they didn't like how he treated what's our guy here that I know?
Barry Trimble?
Yeah, Barry Trimble. They didn't like how he treated him. Mm-hmm. And that was totally disrespectful. Because Barry didn't really ask him anything hard, but Russell had been spoiled for so long that the media here kisses the Thunder's butt and the players' butt, and they don't question him about anything. So he was so used to being handled with kid gloves, and the person actually asked a question, and it wasn't that bad of a question. He just didn't like it, and I don't think he liked Barry, which is an idiot.
That's right.
Barry's amazing. He's amazing.
That's right. All these people that I talk to, they're Russell Westbrook fans, and Russell saved the Thunder. Da 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 da. I try to explain that stuff to them, and they're like, "Oh, that don't matter."
Oklahoma fans are football fans, Nathan. They're football fans. They're not basketball
they're football.
fans.
You're right.
They're football fans.
You're right. 100%.
You can't, like I've said many times, if the Thunder fans were knowledgeable about basketball the way that they were OU football, the Thunder wouldn't get away with the crap that they do. And say people aren't going for it, which is why the stuff you and I had said all year long on the show, you and me and Drew, we were talking, and how we were getting brutalized by people. Oh, y'all just haters. We're not haters. We're just telling you what the Thunder are not telling. We're telling you the facts, and what they're saying is BS. That's all we were doing.
Right.
And it took the national media to the games on TNT and or ESPN for people to say, "Oh, they weren't hating." No, we weren't hating. All we're giving you is information going, "Hey, that's bull." I mean, this is what you want to do to win. You're not going to win like that. And so, anyway, that was just my internet's mess. There we go again.
Hey, Matt, you got some pretty bad feedback going on.
Yeah, it's the it cut off and cut back on. The OBS disconnected.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
That's better.
it disconnected and cut back on. That's what it is. And it's just the internet. But once again, I've got to save up and get a new computer, a new laptop. Well, because this is what I got to do, Nathan. I got to hook it to my Apple account,
Okay.
so that it has its own separate internet or access to Apple. See what I'm saying?
Sure.
That's what I've got to do. I've got to give me an Apple so that when I'm on AT&T, that I can just hook it to it, and then it has its own internet, just like my phone. And then we don't have to deal with this stuff anymore. So that's what they told me. But anyway,
Okay.
also in Thunder News, one thing you and I talked about, and you know a little bit more than I do about what happens with the Clippers. We have the Clippers picks, and I was saying earlier on the show today the fact that we have the control of the picks, but losing Russell and losing Paul George is going to hurt them more than people think it's going to. What are your thoughts?
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially if Kawhi's out for any significant amount of time. Because they went all in on those two guys, and they traded away pretty much their entire future.
Well, they traded their future for Paul George. They traded away their future for Paul George.
Oh, absolutely they did, and they have yet anything to show for it. I mean, they didn't even go to a finals yet.
No.
They went to Western Conference Finals 2 years ago, or was it just the second round?
Second round.
I don't know.
They made it to the semis.
Second round, so they haven't even made it to a Western Conference Finals yet. So,
and then refused to pay Paul George. They paid Kawhi.
It's the Laker mentality, though. I mean, honestly, I know you're a Lakers guy, but they live and die with superstars.
Yeah,
that's how they do it.
But they didn't.
Which, I mean, the Lakers actually have titles to prove that they've done that, right? But you know what I mean? Like the big cities, you can afford to pay that tax because you're getting all that extra revenue, and they don't want to wait around and build a team. They want to win titles.
Yeah, but Nathan also, but they didn't want to pay Paul George, which is ludicrous.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They didn't want to pay Paul George. They paid Kawhi and was going to pay Paul George less than Kawhi, even though Paul George plays in more games and has more accolades than him. But they wouldn't pay. They said, we're not paying you more than him. It's like, wait, what? At least make it the same.
Let's not get it twisted, though. If they're both right, Kawhi's a way better player.
Okay, but Kawhi is what? Not available.
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you at all. But Paul's got his fair share of injuries too. But I don't think. I mean, Paul George he's just a gift that keeps on giving to Oklahoma City to me. I mean.
Well, he gave us SGA. He gave us Chet, J-Dub, and
Kaysen.
And Kaysen.
No, Kaysen was our pick. I'm sorry, Kaysen was our pick.
Yeah, Kaysen was our pick. But we got into the deal. Well, it wasn't because of we didn't get Chet because of him, right? Or did we?
Or did we? No, did we have a pick swap? I think it was a pick swap with the Clippers this last year, wasn't it?
Well, I'm talking about 2 years ago when we got. Remember 2 years ago when we got Chet, we picked second. Remember?
Yeah, that was our pick, and then
J-Dub that's right, because we
the
sucked.
Clippers pick.
That's because we were trying to lose the year before, and we kept winning.
Yes. Yeah.
They were pissed off, so they finally set everybody, and we still won 5 games.
Yeah. No, but yeah. So J-Dub, SGA, I think Kaysen, if I have to remember right, because I think we had the rights to the better of the two picks this year, our pick or the Clippers pick. So I think, because I think we traded one of those away, but the Clippers have brought us. That's the Herschel Walker trade, not quite.
It's still giving. It's still giving.
Pretty close.
Yeah. Now I talked about it earlier today. Our first preseason game is a week from tomorrow, the 7th at the Spurs. I don't know how much we'll play, and they'll play simply because we have to play each other during the season 4 times. So I don't know how much Chet, and I'm sure they will play the first quarter because you got to play your guys, but I don't know how much they're going to play. So I figured that we may or may not do the show next Tuesday, depending on whatever. The first game against the Rockets here, we're not going to do a show after that because it's kind of dumb. They're not going to play a whole lot. Right? Do you think?
Sorry, man, you're cutting in and out. I apologize.
I said, do you think we're going to play a lot? I don't know if we'll do the show at the Rockets Oklahoma City, our first home game, which is Thursday. Wait, let me see. Monday night is the first preseason game. It's a week from tonight. It's the 7th.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think they'll play a lot on the road. I mean, I think they'll probably play them at home, but I mean, you're going to see the B team. You're going to see a lot of the second team and a lot of the third team, I would imagine.
Yeah, I figure that first game against the Rockets, you'll see our guys more than you're going to see them because it's the first home game, so we'll probably see a lot more of the guys that night. Then against the Nuggets, you're not going to see a whole lot of them, and for sure against the Hawks, against our home game, because I know Trey is not going to play in that game, so I don't think.
No, Trey ain't playing.
So I don't really see a lot going on in that. But, we did the over-under, which this year was, I don't have it on my schedule, but I have to put that on my stats.
What was it, like 54 and a half?
54 and a half is the over-under.
54 and a half, something like that?
Yeah, and you and I, we have to give our picks before the season. But right now, you and I both are thinking, before we've seen these guys play together, I'm thinking 55 is where I'm thinking. We won 57 last year.
I'm thinking lower than that. I'm going 52 to 54 probably.
And I think that had SGA and J-Dub not got hurt last year, we'd have probably won 60 games.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. But, like I said last week, I think that, the other team's getting better and, just it's not necessarily the regression of us. It's just the competition getting better to me. And last year we had very good luck with injuries too. So, I mean, we didn't have a guy miss a significant amount of time, so I mean, there's always that. And of course, nobody wants anybody to get hurt, but, I mean, it's part of the game.
Yeah, it is. So. I mean, when you look at the Chiefs, god dang.
Oh, God.
They lost Marquise Brown.
Geez. But you know what? He just keeps on doing it, doesn't he?
Yeah, they keep winning. But, they'll probably get Marquise Brown back in the end of the season. Pacheco, they'll get him back at the end of the season. But, unfortunately, Rasheed is done. And the biggest problem with him is, what I feel bad about him is, this is the year he was going to get to play. And I think this year would have determined a lot about what he had to be sentenced and what was going to happen with him in Texas in his cases there. I think if you win the Super Bowl and you play well, the chance of anything really happening to him, especially going to SMU, were pretty slim. But being hurt, I mean, I don't know if that helps or hurts his case. But anyway, that's injuries and that's how it happens. But with the Thunder, the fact that we were needing a big man and we accomplished that, and you and I both had wanted Hartenstein the whole time. Don't you agree? That was our favorite guy.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely, perfect fit.
Now
he doesn't need the ball to play in the system.
Right, and I talked to somebody about this. We were talking, and they were like, "Well, why didn't Presti do?"
I agree. Yeah, 100%.
I mean, and people are like, "Oh no, man!" I'm like, "Man, there's no way Sam Presti is not going to make sure that we were the best that we possibly."
Some odds. Did you know Thunder are the second? Are they the second?
The second favorite.
Let's see. One of the boards has them second favorite to win the title.
Yes.
And a lot of them most of them have them third, behind
the Celtics.
Celtics and
Denver.
Like the Knicks.
The Knicks. Wow. The Knicks.
That's crazy. That's crazy, though, man. That's crazy.
Somebody's truck alarm is going off, and they have a lawnmower in the back of the truck, and they're parked back in the back of Cat's Tavern. Oh, is that you?
No, it's like mine's over there.
I don't know.
I can't hear you.
Did you hear me now?
Sorry, man.
Can you hear me?
I can barely hear you.
You can barely hear me?
Yes, sir.
Really? Could you hear me better?
That's better. That's better now. Yeah,
okay.
Better now.
Yeah, I'm turning my microphone up. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I turned my microphone up, so that's going to help because we're outdoors. It's been a minute since I've been on the patio here at Cats. Then I called Cat to let her know we were going to do the show here tonight because, that's where we did it last year. And even before, so I'm like, okay. Not that I'm superstitious, but I'm superstitious.
You're not superstitious. Oh, come on.
But I'm superstitious.
You're an athlete. You're superstitious.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm not superstitious, but I'm superstitious. Because to me, I just believe that what we're doing at the Thunder and this opportunity, I'm not going to let it pass by doing that. So that's just kind of how I look at it. And so I'm not going to let anything pass by. this time around. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because I mean, look at Lou Dort. I mean, his T-shirt. What was his caption? I saw his T-shirt. What was his caption? Can't remember what it was.
About
You know,
talking about
enjoy it
SGA.
while it lasts or something like
Yeah,
that.
basically said enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy SGA. That's what he was saying.
I mean, yeah.
But that was a
So-
direct shot at the Thunder because I believe that Dort thinks he's going to be traded now.
I mean, I think you're right, but I mean,
I do.
Still
I mean, I think
makes you-
to me, I love the Isaiah Joe addition, but I just believe that he was going to be traded. Now, here's our roster. So you tell me when you look at this roster.
Okay.
Go
Let
ahead.
me get it up right quick. Let me look at it.
Our roster is SGA, Kaysen, Dort. Topic doesn't really count because he's not here. AJ Mitchell, Isaiah Joe, Alex Dukas, Adam Flagler as the guards. And then, of course, your forwards are J-Dub, Caruso, Aaron Wiggins, Dylan Jones, Jane, Kendrick Williams. Now, Dort is more of a forward than a guard, but they're playing more guard than forward. Agreed?
Yeah. Agreed.
I mean, they're playing more guard.
He can guard. I mean, 1 through 4 for sure.
Yeah, he
So,
can.
I mean,
he can.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think. Well, Kenrich, he's hurt, so he probably won't play, which I don't really want him to anyway. But
Well, he'll play, but later.
I like Kenrich. He did a lot for the squad early on, but right now he just doesn't have any minutes with this team, in my opinion. So you got Caruso, you got Dort, you got SGA, Hartenstein, Chet, Wallace, Wiggins, J-Dub, and that's really, I mean, Isaiah Joe's going to see some minutes, he is, but I mean, outside of those guys, and I don't really want any of those other guys playing.
Okay,
do you?
here's my playoff grouping. SGA, Kaysen, J-Dub, Caruso, Wiggins, Chet, Hartenstein, J-Will. That's my 8. And then you might be able to add in, because I think that you're going to probably be able to add in either Dylan Jones or Mitchell, AJ Mitchell. Because Kendrick, he's going to get.
What about Isaiah Joe?
I think Isaiah Joe and Dort are both gone.
Okay.
I think he gave them contracts saying, redid their contract saying, hey, I appreciate what you guys have done here at the Thunder, but they've also made their contracts not so big you can't trade them.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. I think Dort for sure. I hesitate on Isaiah Joe because I feel like they like him a lot.
No, I like Isaiah Joe a lot, but my problem is in the playoffs he gives us nothing. Okay? That's my problem because they figured out what he does and he doesn't give us anything.
I'm just speaking on the Thunder management level.
I understand.
feel like
Okay.
they like him a lot, and they probably will just play him to play him because they like him.
Okay, here's the playoff percentages for Isaiah Joe. 6 points, 44% from the field, 42% from 3. 42% from 3, and he shot no free throws. So that's still really good, but the problem is he only averaged 6.
Yeah, no, he's got to average more. Now he's got to average
10 to
if
12.
If he's in the game for 10 minutes, 10 minutes or less, he's got to average at least 5 3-point attempts.
Yeah, he's got to average. To me, he's got to average at least double figures, because he's going to play probably 15 to 18 minutes. Because remember that second grouping is what you had. That second grouping of SGA, J. Will, Isaiah Joe, Wiggins, and Kaysen is the group that made the difference. And when we made a run, that was the group you made a run with. So when you look at what Caruso and Dort averaged 10 points, shot 36% from the field, 39% from 3, 84% from the free throw line. So his numbers look good, but the problem is when you actually break it down to when he scored and when he was turning the ball over, those numbers lie. Just like Isaiah Joe, he didn't give us what we needed because teams cut that out. Now, you did make an interesting analogy or interesting point by saying that you believe that with Hartenstein, they're going to have to match up more with Isaiah Joe, which give him more opportunities to shoot, right? That was your analogy?
Yes, absolutely. I think on that when you have Hartenstein on the floor with Isaiah Joe and the other 3 guys, whichever other 3 guys those are, I feel like especially if you have Chet in the game too, they're going to have to guard you a lot different. And, last year it was, okay, let's play 4 little guys and somebody to cover Chet.
Hey, Bernie.
Somebody to take advantage of Chet down low. So, to me, if you have Chet and Hartenstein on the floor at the same time and Isaiah Joe, I mean, they're going to have to put another big guy out there or bigger guy that can't guard the perimeter. So he might, depending on lineups, might get a few more open looks that he's been getting the last year or so.
Right. Okay, so this is so your second 5 would be SGA, Isaiah Joe, Kaysen, Wiggins, and Hartenstein. And then you come in with Chet and you take Wiggins out and you've got Isaiah Joe, Kaysen, Chet,
what about
Caruso and Hartenstein, huh?
You missed Caruso on my second team.
Well, yeah, but the second team I'd say, it'd be Isaiah Joe, Wiggins, SGA, Kaysen. Let me see, SGA, Kaysen, Isaiah Joe, Chet, and Wiggins. That's 5, right? SGA.
Yeah,
SGA, Kaysen, Isaiah Joe, Wiggins, and then your 5th one would be Hartenstein. Then you take Wiggins out, and you'd have, or take Isaiah Joe out.
Yes.
And then you'd have.
You swap Hartenstein, Isaiah Joe, Chet, and Wiggins. You can kind of, depending on who you're playing, swap those guys out.
Right. So in a perfect world, when you'd have SGA, Kaysen, Caruso, Isaiah Hartenstein, and Chet.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That lineup would kill people. I mean,
yes.
It would kill people.
Yes. Yeah, because you got shooters all over the place. Or you still could go SGA, Kaysen, Wiggins, Hartenstein, and Chet.
Well, think about this, Matt. If you've got second team, we're talking SGA, Kaysen, Caruso, Chet, and Hartenstein.
Yes.
I mean that's 1 through 5 defensive toughness.
Yes.
Right there. I mean that's crazy defensive toughness. And then say, okay, well we want Chet off the floor. We're going to throw a smaller guy in there. Oh, I'm sorry, we'll just go ahead and throw Wiggins in there. Then you still got 5 guys that can defend.
Well, I think that what I'm saying is, you bring Chet in, and then that's the guy that you trade out with, because you keep Hartenstein in there to start it, and Chet's on the bench. Kind of like what you did with Jay Will last year. That's what I was saying is that you do that.
I was just saying this team defensively is going to be so versatile, man. I mean, it is going to be crazy.
That's what I'm saying, but you like it like that, right?
They can guard every position. I mean, these guys.